Hey, this is Steve and I build Gundam models, and today we're going to take a look at the finished version of the real grade Strike Gundam. Picked this up a couple weeks ago as a weekend project, and it didn't take me very long to put together, as you can imagine, because it's a 1/144 scale kit. But man, was it a lot of fun. So here is the finished result. You can see the detail here is just fantastic. I painted every piece of the kit. I did the skeleton in black. I just put the skeleton together and then just spray painted it with a matte black. The gray on the kit is actually just primer. Mr. Hobby 100 or 1000 primer. I was going to do gray, but I just liked how the primer looked, so I just left it. And then it's just a regular matte white. I didn't put all the decals on it because I find a lot of times too much decals, and I just don't like a lot of them. So I just put the ones on I wanted, and like the Omni logo and the X105, and then on the shield. I did put most of the foil stickers on. This came with a lot of foil. I painted some of the like copper, like that looks like foil, but it's actually paint on the joints and other areas. And then you have the Ale Striker, or well, no, the backpack. I don't know what part. Well, at any rate, this is the backpack that comes on the Ale Striker, and yeah, like I said, I painted every piece here too. I had like a dark red and a bright red I did, and I like the contrast on those. And then you have the same accessories you get on the master grades and the perfect grade. The knives, which do fit, whoops, into the little doors there. They slide right in. And then you've got your beam cannon. Actually, be careful when you put this together. The tip comes whoops. The tip broke, so I've got to glue that on right there. That should be too hard. Comes with a couple extra sets of hands, which make it easier to hold swords and guns and stuff. The hands are very, very posable for a real grade, though. You can actually bend the finger joints on the group together and then on the single finger, almost like a perfect grade. I mean, there's a limit to how much I think if they separate the fingers on the kits this small, you're going to get some structural, come on, get in focus. There we go. You're going to run into some structural integrity issues because they'll be too small and too frail and easy to lose. So I don't really have a problem with them keeping the lower fingers gripped together and then having the big finger by itself. But, you know, whatever your view is on that. So yeah, you got your extra sets of beam sabers here. You have your normal ones that plug in here. You get your two beam sabers here that fit very nicely in his hands. Let me show you real quick what this looks like. This is going to be tough. I should have thought about this before. Trying to do this one-handed here. I'm going to get a stand for this guy too, just because he's cool to look at. Alright, so hang on a second here while I try to do this. Pardon the messy camera work here. Oops. Kind of tricky to. There we go. Okay. And so yeah, there he is with the Ale Strike backpack on. Just a real fun kit to put together. There is a attachment here for the bottom for the bases that you can use to click on this undercarriage here. Which will make it real nice when I get my 140 or 1/144 model stand. But you know, if you've been thinking about getting a real grade kit, go ahead and get this one. Let me show you the paints I actually used. I probably should have had these out ahead of time. The paint I used for him was this blue from Tamiya, just a regular blue for the blue parts. I used dull red for the dark red parts on the Ale Strike. I used bright red, Italian red for the bright red parts, such as his shield and the wings and his feet. And I used matte white just for the white parts. And my primer can here. Here we go. Just the Mr. Surfacer 1000 primer for the gray parts. And then I'm out of black, but just the Tamiya matte black for the black parts. So that's it. And he turned out really, really nice. You don't need a lot of paint. Like I said, I just painted the whole skeleton underneath. But if you're looking for a real grade kit, start out with this one. I built the perfect grade strike as well, and this was a lot of fun. It's a lot simpler. The engineering is just great on the legs. They have they have a lot of really good engineering on the legs and the armor and the way it moves, and it just was a fun little kit, and it's a nice complement to a perfect grade or a master grade strike if you have those. So that's about it. Thanks for watching.